first.
Welcome in, everybody. Meteorologist John Mayer here, and we've seen some pretty calm conditions out there so far on this Saturday. Did have a couple of thunderstorms, though, try to make their way through from the north, but otherwise looks like we're going to be pretty calm moving forward throughout the rest of the day today. Got a chance to heat up again tomorrow, though, seeing those temperatures getting into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon. Of the latest on just how warm we could get coming up, Local 2 News at 10 starts now.
Next, a 17-year-old sits behind bars tonight for a murder in Pecos County. We have the latest in the investigation. Also, legendary boxer Muhammad Ali passes away. Tonight, we hear from local boxing fans remembering the champion. And actor Kevin Bacon makes a special delivery to the Marfa Education Foundation. Find out what he dropped off. All that and more coming up.
Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, we're Basin Trusted, Basin Proud. This is Local 2 News at 10 in HD.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lauren Tropea. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us for Local 2 News at 10. We begin tonight with the latest. Coming into the newsroom on a man shot in the head early this morning near South Washington Avenue. Odessa police say 26-year-old Michael Melendez treated and released from Medical Center Hospital. At this time, no arrests have been made. We will continue to keep you updated as we learn more information. Turning to Pecos County tonight, where a 17-year-old sits behind bars for first-degree murder. The shooting happened here at the Imperial Reservoir around 10 p.m. on Friday. That's where Pecos County deputies found a 53-year-old Alan Mintz with multiple gunshot wounds. And tonight, Local 2's Don Logg starts us off live in the newsroom after visiting the home where family members tell us the violent crime happened. Don?
Lauren, as I was filming the said family house at the reservoir, a family member actually approached me to tell me that that is where the shooting happened. He tells me his nephew is the one who shot the victim right in the living room, and the mess, he says, is still there. A family getaway spot in Pecos County turned into a violent scene Friday night when 17-year-old Robert York shot and killed 53-year-old Alan Mintz, according to police deputies. The shooting worrying families who spent their weekend enjoying the waters of Imperial Reservoir.
I just don't like violence, and it makes me sad to all this violence happening here in West Texas and everywhere, actually.
The Pecos County Sheriff's Office tells us the shooting happened just after 10 p.m. We met a family member of York who told us on the scene the shooting happened inside this house, located on Imperial Reservoir grounds. Clearly upset, he says he still has a mess to clean up in the living room from the incident. He told us he owns the house, but declined an interview as his nephew remains in Pecos County Jail. The incident shaking the nerves of visitors, their children, and the community.
A little bit scary.
They just get sad, like, they just stay quiet about it.
And reminding them to keep an eye out for their loved ones, even when enjoying the summer breeze.
And that's why we keep them always close to us.
Now, authorities say the accused shooter is from Monahans and the victim who was killed is from Odessa. We'll make sure to keep you updated as the investigation continues and as we learn what the motivation was behind this crime. Live in the newsroom, Don Logg, Local 2 News.
Tonight, the world mourns the loss of a legend. Boxing champion Muhammad Ali passed away yesterday after a 32-year battle with Parkinson's disease. Ali passed away at the age of 74 in Scottsdale, Arizona. The sports legend is being remembered today for his tremendous athletic feats in the boxing ring and his contributions long after he fought his final fight. And tonight, fans all over the globe remembering the legend. Local 2's Casey Jones stepped into the ring with a few of those fans right here in the Basin, and she brings us the story tonight.
Millions mourning the loss of boxing legend Muhammad Ali. I caught up with a few local boxing fans to hear their reaction to the death of the greatest.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Light on his feet and quick with his words.
I ain't gonna be joking. I'll be pecking and a poking.
Muhammad Ali, the self-proclaimed greatest of all time, living up to his name, winning more than 50 matches and losing less than 10 in his 21-year boxing career.
It's a tragedy, honestly. The world lost a good man.
Eric Garcia grew up watching Ali in the ring. And now that he's gone, Garcia tells me Ali left his mark in the boxing world and beyond.
His battles were more important outside the ring than they were inside the ring.
Ali very vocal during the civil rights movement, spreading the message of equality for all throughout the nation.
So what I'm doing is for myself and for justice for black people.
Gerard Green, like Garcia, will always remember Ali knocking down contenders and breaking barriers.
With the racial tension that he grew up in the 60s and everything, and he stood up for what he believed in.
Green explained to me he's learned countless lessons from the legend.
He taught me the meaning of the true meaning of what a hero is, and the true meaning of that is like what I just said. He stood up for what he believed in.
Green also adds very few athletes today speak on social justice, making Ali the greatest of all time.
I don't think there's really many, not at the plight that he was at, you know. I don't think you can't compare them to Muhammad Ali.
You've been brainwashed to think that I'm not the champ.
Casey Jones, Local 2.
Fix his face, body.
Now, Ali's funeral is scheduled for Friday, June 10th in Louisville, Kentucky. The service will include eulogies from former President Bill Clinton and comedian Billy Crystal. He'll be buried in a local cemetery with only family watching. It's a boxing breakthrough for local Parkinson's patients, helping them fight the disease one punch at a time. The Pecos County Memorial Wellness Center launched the Rock Steady boxing program to help local residents fight back against the debilitating disease. And after just a couple weeks of boxing, patients say they see a difference.
Okay. Reach for him. Reach for him. There we go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Fast ones up top. Fast ones up top. Now here you don't have to do a boxing stand.
Now you can catch the full story tomorrow night after the NBA Finals right here on Local 2 News at 10. Turning to an update tonight, the bodies of 4 soldiers listed as missing have been found in Fort Hood, bringing the death toll to 9. 12 soldiers were on a training mission Thursday when their vehicle became stuck and then overturned in the quickly rising Owl Creek. 3 soldiers were rescued and the bodies of 5 others were recovered Thursday. Military officials held a press conference to discuss the search and recovery mission.
Again, I'd like to offer my heartfelt and sincerest condolences to the families and friends who have lost one of their loved ones. Our focus now is on notifying the next of kin and caring for our soldiers who have lost one of their teammates.
Now, rescuers used ground, air, and dog teams to help locate the 4 missing soldiers. The military has yet to release their identities. A special group of troopers helping keep Odessa beautiful, spending the day wiping out litter. More than 25 kids, or Planet Troopers as they're called, picked up litter for 2 hours out at Woodson Park. The troopers, part of a summer program offering kids between the ages of 8 and 12 the chance to become a superhero for the city of Odessa and keep the parks clean this summer. And to make sure we keep Odessa beautiful, mark your calendars for a bulky item drop-off Saturday, June 18th from 8 to noon. Bring your bulky items to the Odessa Recycle Center located at 816 West 42nd Street. Any unwanted furniture, appliances, and other large items that don't fit in alleys. Household chemicals can be taken next door to household hazardous waste at 814 West 42nd Street. And today, the Odessa Regional Medical Center is celebrating the little miracles who've spent time in the neonatal intensive care unit. The NICU birthday party held at Progressive Park gave families and kids the chance to reunite with doctors and staff who were there from the beginning, giving the infants lots of medical attention and extra tender love and care.
Many times these families are in the NICU for weeks up to months, and so there's a bond that is built, and it's kind of like a family reunion.
Each year, the medical center hosts the birthday celebration to bring families together and cherish the blessings. In your education news tonight, coming out of Marfa, where actor Kevin Bacon dropped off a special surprise. While in town filming a pilot show, the actor handed the Marfa Education Foundation a $5,000 check, where he told the money will help provide free summer meals to kids. That's pretty cool right there. Across Texas tonight, historic cresting of Brazos River continues to flood Brazoria and Fort Bend counties. And tonight, rescue workers search neighborhoods for residents in danger. Pooja Lodia has the story.
The whir of the propeller is the loudest sound you'll hear tonight in Boone. Nearly everybody is gone.
Hello?
But rescue workers want to make sure.
Maybe someone was here and they got trapped and they can't get out.
Most people left everything they had.
Yeah, I walked right into these people's house. Could have had to abandon their house, and of course it's full of their property in the garage. So somebody else could be doing the same thing.
It could be a looter. You know, the next thing you know is we're here to help them if they need help to get out of the house. And the next thing you know, someone's taking shots at us because they're trying to steal stuff.
They don't know what's inside these homes, and they don't know what's outside.
The hardest part about being out here is that you can't see where you're stepping. You don't know how high the water is. I'm standing right now in the middle of the road, so the water is okay. But I'm told that just a few feet over, the water is 4 to 5 feet deep on the side of the road.
Stressed out. Shireen Graham is one of the few residents who stayed. She's been driving her Jeep up and down these streets, watching water levels.
Sleepless nights, getting up and watching the river and checking it every few hours. We want to be able to put stuff up if it gets high, you know, be able to start moving stuff and just watch over it.
As the water begins to recede, she hopes her neighbors will return soon too, bringing back life to this town, where even the cemetery is being washed away.
Your local election headquarters, and now just 3 days away from the California primary, where the state's registered voters hit a record high, and Senator Bernie Sanders keeping his hopes high. Let's hear what he had to say.
I have no idea what the vote totals will be in these contests, nor do I think anybody else knows. But I believe we have an excellent chance to win a majority of these primaries and caucuses.
Now, there are 475 pledged delegates at stake. Sanders also says if voter turnout is high, he expects to win California. And still to come here on Local 2 News at 10, a local group in the Basin holds a fundraiser to kick out cancer. We have all the details.
Well, and we are continuing to see some of that warmer air beginning to settle in across West Texas out there. Highs beginning to rise on this Saturday, and we got a long way to go before we make our way into the start of this upcoming work week. Right now, we're sitting in the upper 70s and lower 80s, but get ready for some more serious heat. I'll have the latest in my full forecast after the break.
Now at Sleep Shop, it's time to save big during our summer sale. Get a Sealy Posturepedic Lake Tie Queen set in your choice of firmness for only $599.95, or upgrade to a king for only $999.95. That's a savings of up to $500. Save on a comfortable Sealy electric adjustable bed starting as low as $999.95. Plus, we have 6 Tempur-Pedic models in stock and available for immediate delivery. Remember to always shop us first. We're locally owned and Texas proud. The savings are heating up right now during the summer sale at Sleep Shop in Midland and Odessa.
I'm Bob Mills, and it's the Memorial Day event. This 6-piece bedroom group, normally $1435, just $796. And the 5-drawer chest, a $300 value, free. That True Gel Queen mattress with charcoal to filter allergens, $1382. And the Heads Up Mood Base, a $700 value, free. Plus, you get years of interest-free financing in our commission-free shopping environment. It's the Memorial Day event at Bob Mills.
In August of 1997, I'd pick my wife up to take her to lunch. She takes off her seatbelt for just a second to get into the glove box. We're going through the intersection and a car ran the red light and hit us. I reach over to ask my wife if she's okay, and she wasn't there. So then I had to get out of the vehicle, and we stopped for a minute. My wife survived, but she has many scars. I'm issuing the seatbelt ticket because I care, and I don't want to see any more of those horrible images.
Local
Local 2's your home for the NBA Finals.
Go Cavs.
With all the options out there, surfing the web for local content can feel overwhelming, but not anymore, because Local 2, Fox 24, and Estrella TV have partnered together to create YourBasin.com, the ultimate local online destination, powered by 3 stations. It's the one-stop home for your news, weather, and sports. Plus, get even more with your contests, your local pros, your business directory, your entertainment, and your local events. Find it all at YourBasin.com, your local online destination.
Now, your Local 2 Weather Authority forecast.
Welcome back, meteorologist John Mayer joining us now. John, it was a toasty one out there today.
Yeah, that about wraps it up. Indeed. I mean, we were in the 70s just at the end of last week, and now we're talking 90s for highs. So big turnaround in just a couple days, and it looks like, ooh boy, hope you're ready for June, because it is coming in a big way.
I'm ready. I'm from Arizona.
Yeah, I know. This is nothing to you, but
I'm
still.
from an oven, basically.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This is
Exactly. This is just a microwave. This isn't even an oven yet. We still got some time before we get up to that, but we're going to work on it throughout the rest of this week, really starting to see some of those warmer temperatures heading our way, and it's going to be a chance to really get into the heat of summer here coming up over the next couple of days. In fact, even out there right now, we're continuing to see more of that heat settling in across the basin. At the moment, most of what we're looking at, though, is clear skies. So that's one thing that we can be thankful for. It's a really nice start to the weekend out there. Great chance to get out, enjoy this weather while it's still a little bit cooler in the lower 90s, but then down to our southeast. This is something we have to address too. All that heavy rain that's been making its way into the eastern part of the state, continuing to see more of those showers and storms down around Houston. And here's the scary part. We actually have a chance that we could see a tropical storm begin to develop down in the Gulf Coast. Now, luckily, it looks like that'll stay off to the east, not really give us any more of that rainfall, but if that starts to shift its way towards the Texas coastline, we could be in for some serious trouble through the next several days. But luckily, I don't think that's going to happen. And, well, here in West Texas, completely different story. We're looking at dry skies out there, really not seeing too much activity whatsoever, and that's exactly what we're going to be dealing with over the next several days. Now, today, those highs managed to make it all the way into the lower 90s, 91 degrees, still a little bit below average, believe it or not. We are into June at this point, so we are expecting to get 92, 93 as we move into this time of year, and we're definitely going to have a chance to see those temperatures continuing to rise over the next several days. Even now, we're at 10:30, and we're still looking at those temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Still very warm out there even at this moment, and that's going to continue to be the case moving forward over the next several days. Just more of the same all the way through the rest of our forecast. Now, those winds a little bit gustier earlier in the day, but they're starting to calm down now. 10 miles per hour in Odessa, Midland, all the way up to 18 in the Guadalupe Pass, and all of these winds coming out of the east right now, but we're really not going to see too much of those winds making their way through. Not a whole lot of activity moving forward over the next few. It's going to be fairly calm out there, but we continue to see that low pressure down to the south that's been giving that rain chance for the Gulf Coast. We're dealing with high pressure now. Things are starting to change for us. Once that high begins to settle in, that's going to give us that chance to deal with some more of those sunny conditions and some more of those warmer temperatures once we make our way into this upcoming work week. And that high not going anywhere anytime soon. Even with a chance to see some storms in New Mexico, we're really not going to see much of that make its way down into West Texas. In fact, through the overnight hours into tomorrow, clear skies, staying dry, but then a little bit of activity starts to come down. We get this storm managing to make its way into southeastern New Mexico, but really doesn't make it much further than Carlsbad, Hobbs. We don't really get that rain down into the basin, and it looks like that's going to be a chance that we continue to see more of those sunny and dry conditions, though a few clouds could make their way in by Monday morning. That's about all the more activity we're going to be dealing with. Now, those temperatures going forward, overnight tonight, we get a bit of a cool down into the mid-60s, but by tomorrow, we warm back up, upper 80s, lower 90s, and then more of the same moving forward. Again, on Tuesday, Monday, we'll have a chance for those temperatures getting back into the upper 80s, lower 90s yet yet again. It's really the middle of the upcoming work week that we really start to pick up the pace and seeing those temperatures really start to crank up for us. Current numbers about 78 degrees right now in Odessa, Midland, but it's just a matter of time before we see those temperatures really skyrocket for us. Those winds fairly calm out there, and that'll be the case moving forward over the next several days. Overnight, we'll be seeing those temperatures dropping down to the 60s, a few 50s there in southeast New Mexico, and then upper 80s, lower 90s by tomorrow. More of the same into the basin. Another chance for some of those lower 90s across a good portion of the viewing area. And then moving forward over the next couple of days, well, we get a chance to really crank up the heat. By the time we get into especially Monday, Tuesday, that's when we'll see those temperatures getting back into the mid-90s, 94 Wednesday, 95 Thursday, and then near upper 90s by next weekend. We could really see some serious heat coming our way by the upcoming weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Really starting to see those temperatures crank up, getting very June-like out there.
So you definitely need to have your sunscreen ready to go.
Sunscreen,
ice cold water,
yeah, of
plenty
course
of
you
water.
need the water,
Yes.
Personal air conditioner, a home to just not stay outside, a little of everything, I think.
You know what, John? I took a little peek outside of our door and I caught somewhat of a sunset. It looked beautiful. There were some pink cotton candy looking clouds out
thankfully
there.
we had just enough clouds to make it look pretty, but not give us any rain.
I
so,
actually, believe it or not, I climbed up on top of one of our station vehicles to try and get a nice shot of the clouds.
Did it work out?
They were a little bit, you know. Not
The
enough
effort
to
was there, and
post
that's
a
good.
picture,
Okay.
but you know, exactly.
Background image on the phone, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
New wallpaper.
Yes. Updating it in just a couple minutes here.
There you go. Awesome.
Thanks, John. And coming up, she said yes. A baseball game turns into a day one Air Force Staff Sergeant will never forget. You'll want to see this.
Know of a community event or news story? Then contact us. You can call 432-563-4421. Email news@kmid.tv. Like us on Facebook at Local2News-KMID. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Local2News-KMID. You're watching Local 2, Midland, Odessa. Local. More than just a word. For over 60 years, it's been our passion. It's about knowing your neighbors, protecting your values, and fighting to make West Texas a better place for you, your family, and generations to come. Why? Because we live here too, and we believe local should always feel like home.
Big 2.
Big 2 News. Big 2 News. After World News tonight, I hope you'll join Big 2 News, the Permian Basin's news leader.
Your local station for over 60 years.
Balloons? They're not important. Coasters? Not important. Cupcakes? Not, well, they are pretty tasty. But your health? Now that's important. This is why local wellness experts have gathered their resources in one place. Just go to yourbasin.com/wellness network. You'll find wellness tips from the area's leading medical experts, a video gallery, and you can even contact the experts directly. Don't wait. Be the best you. Now, just visit Your Wellness Network on yourbasin.com today. Are you a friendly, hard-working individual with a passion for sales? If this sounds like you, then Local 2 wants your resume. We are now hiring account executives and seek experienced applicants. Just apply to the email address on your screen.
Your dad deserves something great this Father's Day. That's why Local 2 and Fox 24 are hosting the Father's Day giveaway. Enter at yourbasin.com/contest for a chance to win him a man-approved gift basket from Susie's South 40. Even more fantastic prizes from these sponsors.
In your health news tonight, if you buy Cliff Bars, you might want to check your pantry. 2 types of Cliff Bar nutritional food bars joining the growing list of products recalled on listeria concerns. The company said some Cliff Bar trail mix and energy bars contain potentially contaminated sunflower kernels. At least 39 separate recalls have been announced since May 3rd by companies that use sunflower kernels supplied by SunOpta. These include a variety of salads, trail mixes, and snack bars. SunOpta said no illnesses have been linked to the potentially contaminated sunflower kernels. And for a complete list of the recalled Cliff Bar flavors, head over to our website, yourbasin.com. And staying with health tonight, 1 man sent to the hospital and 2 dogs dead after a swarm of bees swamped their backyard. Alan Roy tells us when his father James looked outside, their dogs were covered in Africanized bees. He was then overrun by the bees and ran down the street where neighbors helped rinse and get some of the insects off. His son tells us James Roy was stung about 50 times and now must carry an EpiPen.
Our dogs, in a sense, my parents' dogs were heroes in the fact that the bees kept attacking them and my dad was able to get away.
Experts tell us do not follow your instincts and swat Africanized bees if they begin swarming you. Run as fast as you can in a straight line and don't jump into water. Over in the Tall City today, a kickball tournament to kick out cancer. The fundraiser held at the Hogan Park softball fields today, raising money for CJ Hudson, who's going through chemo treatments.
Part of being a chiver is being able to give back to the community and everybody else, paying everything forward.
We're told the group raised nearly $600, and if you would like to help, you can visit his GoFundMe page. All right, Tara Talmadge joining us to talk a little sports tonight. So we were just talking about a nice little kickball tournament.
I know, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, so you're not going to talk about kickball, but you are going to talk about some baseball.
Yeah, baseball, and also we're going to hear from a couple of athletes about Muhammad Ali, because we've got to talk about it. But coming up next on your Local 2 Sports, we've got some baseball news. Come back and, yep, we'll be right back after this.
A good neighbor is more than an acquaintance. A good neighbor is more than a friend.
A good neighbor is welcoming and makes you feel like family.
Helpful, kind, caring, supportive. In an emergency, you can count on your neighbors.
Day or night, at Neighbors Emergency Center.
Your doctors.
Your neighbors.
All furniture for the new set is provided by Carter's.
After 30 years at Local 2 and forecasting your weather, one thing's for sure. We've been through a lot together. Droughts, severe storms, backyard barbecues. Heck, I even had hair at one point. Sexy. But no matter what else changes, Local 2 and I are always dedicated to local weather coverage that impacts you.
Local 2, your local weather authority.
The rematch we've all been waiting for. The king on a quest, the champs looking for the repeat. Either way, it's about to get historic. The NBA Finals, it's on ABC.
Brought to you locally here on Local 2 by Toyota Midland.
With all the options out there, surfing the web for local content can feel overwhelming. But not anymore, because Local 2, Fox 24, and Estrella TV have partnered together to create yourbasin.com, the ultimate local online destination, powered by 3 stations. It's the one-stop home for your news, weather, and sports. Plus, get even more with your contests, your local pros, your business directory, your entertainment, and your local events. Find it all at yourbasin.com, your local online destination.
Your Local 2 Sports.
Welcome into your Local 2 Sports. I'm Tara Talmadge. This afternoon, the only remaining baseball team from our area fought for their chance to advance to the state finals. Midland Lee faced off against Amarillo in a must-win Game 2. Midland Lee led 4-2 until the 5th inning when Amarillo scored 2 runs to tie it up. John Withridge came in relief for the Rebels. to send to the top of the 7th. Then we went on to extras after that. Top of the 10th, Max Maruska sends a blast that hits the wall and left, and it looked like it was going over. But that's a 2-run bomb. Sandies lead 6-4. They didn't stop there. Trevor Andrus knocks a grounder through, and 5-6, scoring up for the Sandies. The Sandies scored 5 runs in the 10th to take the game to 9-4, and sadly, that's how it ends. The Rebels had a great season, though. Congratulations on a great playoff run. Now, switching over to national news, as many of you know, boxing legend Muhammad Ali passed away last night at the age of 74. And today, athletes from all different sports are mourning the man known as the greatest.
Well, you know, words can't explain what, you know, Muhammad Ali done for the sport of boxing. You know, he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at today. So, you know, we lost a legend, a hero, and a great man.
His way of being in a room, and he was the biggest presence in a room by far.
He lived his life, and then he stood for something, and that means more than anything that fame or money or glory can try to make up for.
When an icon like Muhammad Ali passed away, it's just it's very emotional. It's also gratifying to know that a guy, one man, will sacrifice so much in his individual life, knowing that it will better the next generation of men and women.
And moving to the NBA, Game 1 is in the books. And now it's almost time for another NBA Finals showdown. The Warriors were originally favored to win the NBA Finals over the Cavaliers, and that's before they won Game 1 by 15 points, despite subpar games from Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But that doesn't mean this is over, even if some of you have concluded that Cleveland has no chance to come back. The Cavs have made way too many mistakes in Game 1, including 17 turnovers. But Cleveland has made adjustments, and Coach Lue has already said that Kyrie Irving will be much more aggressive this time around. And by the way, last 9 times LeBron James has lost the opening game of a playoff series, his team has responded with a win. But we'll just all have to tune in tomorrow night to find out. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tips off at 7 p.m. tomorrow night right here on ABC. And after that, you can stay with us for some of your best local news in the Basin.
Yes, I think we're all excited for Game 2 right here tomorrow night at 10.
Definitely excited about that.
Also, I was listening to LeBron. I think his words about Muhammad Ali were just very, very touching.
That interview went for about 2 minutes of him talking about Muhammad Ali. And honestly, if I could have used the whole thing, I would have, because I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but that almost made me one.
I'm actually going for the Cavs tomorrow night, so
yeah, we'll see. I don't really have a dog in this fight, let's be honest. If the Rockets were in it, then it'd be different. But yeah, well, you win some, you lose some, and they lost a lot.
We'll have to see what happens. All right, we'll be right back after this.
I'm Bob Mills, and it's the Memorial Day event. This 6-piece bedroom group, normally $14.35, just $7.96. And the 5-drawer chest, a $300 value, free. That True Gel Queen mattress with charcoal to filter allergens, $13.82. And the heads-up mood base, a $700 value, free. Plus, you get years of interest-free financing in our commission-free shopping environment. It's the Memorial Day event at Bob Mills.
Local, more than just a word. For over 60 years, it's been our passion. It's about knowing your neighbors, protecting your values, and fighting to make West Texas a better place for you, your family, and generations to come. Why? Because we live here too, and we believe local should always feel like home.
Big 2.
Big 2 News. Big 2 News. After World News tonight, I hope you'll join Big 2 News, the Permian Basin's news leader.
Your local station for over 60 years.
The rematch we've all been waiting for. The king on a quest, The champs looking for the repeat. Either way, it's about to get historic. The NBA Finals, it's on ABC.
Brought to you locally here on Local 2 by Toyota of Midland.
Going to be looking at some much warmer temperatures over the next few days. Chance to get into the mid to upper 90s by the end of the upcoming work week.
And take a look at this video. Air Force Staff Sergeant Amber Nonamaker getting honored before the Toronto Blue Jays Boston Red Sox game. She throws out the first pitch and is then proposed to by her boyfriend a short time later. There he goes, getting down on one knee. What a big day for her. Oh, that's so exciting. Cute. That's adorable. I know this happens quite a bit. Very romantic.
But it only matters if it was up on the Jumbotron.
I know.
That's what makes it count.
Hopefully they put it up there.
They did, yeah. Well, and it's another big day for our own sports person in, what is it, less than an hour and a half now?
Yeah.
Well, you got a birthday coming up. All right. Happy birthday, Tara.
Happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
24 people.
Thanks for watching.